Let's find out if I'm still a believer of this. The Beyonder is beyond all of time, space, and layered dimensions, from a place beyond eternity. And no, this isn't High 1B. The Beyond would be briefed later or literally just go to my cosmology video. Even after Doom stole the Beyonder's powers for the fact that he had doubt in himself, he couldn't even control the powers of the Beyonder. In Beyonder's realm, he is all things and all things are him. He didn't know what time was because of his realm is beyond time, space, and infinite dimensions. In this particular scan, this refers to being beyond high 1B constructs, though he also limited his powers to 4D, which is human nature. Marvel actually has humans of several dimensionality, which is something many don't know. This is a lot more impressive when you realize what his realm actually is, because there's a difference between the true outside, the normal outside, the beyond as in the mission defined fascia. There's the normal fascia and there's the beyond, which is same as land of couldn't be shouldn't be. And I've explained these several times on this channel. Check the cosmology video. The Beyonder came to Earth seeking understanding of what human nature is. In his realm, he was all that is, and all was him. But humanity has diversities, multiplicity, and incompleteness. So he caused secret wars just to understand them. After the Beyonder took a 4D human form, he was able to get ragdolled by humans, but he can still easily use his powers, but they can't fit within high 1B constructs, so he is very limited to what he can use, but he can easily heal himself like he did. The Beyonder has mind control powers alongside his reality warping. He can command all things, all minds, bacteria, inanimate things like atoms and molecules. The Beyonder is stated to be above the cosmic abstracts, including the embody of the Living Tribunal. You can watch my Living Tribunal video to grasp why Living Tribunal has never shown his true form. The Beyonder does state that he was the white void of the outside, and he looked through a pinhole to see the many-layered multiverse. Watch the Marvel Cosmology video to know how really incredible this is. He has been shown the cosmic abstracts, and Marvel is very consistent with their hierarchy, which I have shown and proven a lot. The cosmic abstracts are just eidos, conceptual beings that take form, which is why realms like overspace, 16D, superspace, and realm of manifestation exist. You have microverse and other which are conceptual but quantum based realms. Each have stacked layers of hierarchies, and I explain and show scans for all these in my Marvel Cosmology video. The Marvel abstracts are based off of Platonic archetypes, but also mainly Jungian archetypes via the Yggdrasil. And Jungian and Platonic archetypes are very similar. Platonism was there before Jungian's work, but Platonic archetypes won't exist without Jung explaining and pointing them out from Plato's work, but going far deeper in his own. Mephisto gets boloed by the Beyonder. The Beyonder was about to kill Death by her drinking some of his power, which could be a feat for Death, as other abstracts couldn't do shit to him because they would get shit on. Though Death used to be only weaker than Oblivion in the 80s, so it's pretty good. Note that Beyonder and the abstract are far from their true forms, as the abstracts really are conceptual eidos, and Beyonder is beyond their idea of existence. Mephisto's extra-dimensional realm could house a machine with infinite power to destroy the multiverse itself. It isn't new that by now Mephisto is consistently abstract tier, the same tier as the Vishanti, and including Nightmare as well. Even above, to be honest, so he's no joke at all, and Beyonder literally wasn't affected by such. Beyonder has power to end all of existence, literally. Molecule Man and the Beyonder affect all planes of existence or dimensions in their fights. The Beyonder is so powerful that he went through every infinite layered dimensions or planes of existence as stated beyond the local multiverse, which houses the crossroads of infinity, which was his ending point where he saw Bruce Banner. He moved from the high 1B to outer and high outer layers of existence, visiting the gods, going beyond the multiverse to Mephisto's room and landing in the crossroads where he started and sat down to think of it. Time and space are meaningless in the crossroads because it holds infinite dimensions. The space beyond these dimensions are beyond high 1B constructs, which is baseline autoversal. But people ignore all these and really don't pay any attention to cosmology, and that's why I did the cosmology video, so go educate yourself. Doctor Strange knows that this is classic Doctor Strange, who has perceived things of the highest of conceptuality, perceived beings like the Maya, the lords of Shambhala, Shambhala itself, which is an aspect of Toa. He has transversed all hierarchies of existence. Come on, what hasn't Strange seen or done to the tier of the far shore? But yet, Beyonder's nature and true power nearly make Strange run mad, like insane, and says Beyonder has power to make and unmake power, which is insane. He can end everything with a single thought. I mean, Beyonder sees our universe through a pinhole. Everything is literally insignificant. He literally took Johnny back in time on like an astral level to see something without the past knowing they are there. People will try using these things as downplay which are Beyonder being limited by time and Doom taking his power. Knows that Beyonder was using a human form with godlike powers, a pin or way less of what he really is to bolo all of them. Then the next one is the time stuff. The time stream in Marvel exists across every plane, be it outer, high outer, or boundless. The only thing beyond it is a house of ideas, but yet time has varying degrees. You can see it generally linearly, but you can't conceive higher time as a lower being because space and time make up cardinality and existential ranks. The Marvel book makes this clear, and also in Ultimates, even the scan makes that clear. I explain everything better in my cosmology video. Now post-retcon. Sorry, we just finished pre-retcon. Now post-retcon. We see in this scan that the crossroads is like the basics of everything. If you read Fantastic Four issues 268, it's not really called 268, but there's 260B, so definitely it's 268. It is shown prior that they are in the normal multiverse, which is within the crossroads and further backed up by the negative zone, which is actually the negative local multiverse, and beyond it are several existences usually consistently and commonly myriad layered till they passed some celestials. So note that high 1B planes exist in Marvel, but that's nothing. Cubic is so powerful that him and the Shaper are actually from beyond the Beyonder's realm, as a clear retcon. Currently, the Shaper is known to be from the land of Kunubi shouldn't be, but has perceived beyond even oblivion. This land of Kunubi shouldn't be is also known as the Beyond. Cubic seems the same, but Beyonder is also from the Beyond, but all had been retconned. He is now from a realm below the Beyond, but beyond eternity still. Depends on how high you can get pre-retcon. But I will probably explain this, but no, it's pretty straightforward to be honest. Post-retcon Beyonder is insignificant to Cubic and Shaper. Shaper can casually hold his realm. No, Cubic can casually hold his realm, which means Shaper will do worse. The story of the Beyonder shit is low-key confusing, but basically there were Beyonders and even Shaper existed beforehand. The Beyonders hid in the negative zone for a long time, and they created the Cosmic Cubes. Now, these Cosmic Cubes represent several Beyonders as realms outside the multiverse. Cubic is a Cosmic Cube of a universe younger than the initial Beyonder, who actually isn't there anymore. Shaper of Worlds is the Scroll Cosmic Cube. So yes, each Beyonder so far we know 3 lesser ones, which are the 3 of them, and they are equal in power, but later on we find out there are many other races And then we even have the ones way above, like the Ivory Kings that came in Secret Wars 2. They just destroyed everyone. Each existing like a universe of its own of their own conceived infinity beyond the multiverse. The initial Beyonder that we know as Prerecon Beyonder actually isn't there anymore. Kind of like some perpetual reboot stuff, but he didn't pull a perpetual but left. His lesser version is what we see that actually is not as strong as Eternity or an embody of Tribunal, which is pretty obvious from feats like him struggling with Protege, him getting judgments from an embody of the living Tribunal despite claiming he won't get judged, needing Protege's help to kill the collective consciousness, which is Eternity, and that's just an idea of him. Even when he came back as Cosmos as a female, he could easily get bullied by a post-retcon molecule man who is further to his pre-retcon self. He gets beaten and recreated from Cosmos by post-retcon molecule man. Both have been rivals either ways, but they could affect Eternity. You need two post-retcon Beyonder level threats to affect Eternity, but pre-retcon Beyonder can literally think his concept away from conceptuality. It's also easily compared above everyone, including Skathan, that one-shot Protege, so this is pretty consistent. Prerecon is far above everything, and I do believe he is Never Queen outside here. There's a huge massive power gap between pre and post-Recon Beyonder. I am a firm believer they far surpass Autoversal, but they're at least that. I am open to knowing what you think and hearing your opinion on the efforts put into my interpretations. What is yours? And also, please, you guys shouldn't go to other content creators trying to create war. Sir Splash, your favorite villain, and I are cool, we're friends. He was kind of pretty upset that you people are going to attack him and his audience. And for a fun fact, we kind of share similar audiences. He's a way bigger creator than me. But the little audience I have, at least like, I guess 10% are from his channel as well, because he did shout me out, and some of you did subscribe, which I do appreciate. So please stop it, stop. I pointed some names out, like this Oblivion dude. I know you're gonna watch this video, so please do not do what you did again. I saw the screenshots and everything. Please, you guys, let Splash do his job. In fact, Splash does a very good job, and I actually watch his videos, which is true. I do watch his videos and I do like them. Different interpretations doesn't mean someone is inherently wrong. The way I scale is not wrong, but it's just different. It's easy for me to just go based on some certain way, and then literally the scaling would change. Splash also has high-end feats for these characters. He doesn't just use them, right? Personally, I'm someone that doesn't care how the community can come. I'm that kind of person. Splash is more open than me to listen to other people's opinions. It's just now I'm trying to do that. So please do not repeat that again. Go apologize if you did that to Splash, to be honest. Thanks for watching. If you're new, then please subscribe and also check the cosmology video, and see you all next time. Peace.